Good evening, everybody. It is Monday, April 15th, 2024. Hello, ya chatters. What's up, nerds? Who
Hey,
we got? Who we got? Early crowd is checking in. Nemty's here, Leia Baggins here. TW is here. Goo Guy. Bellhammer. Wow. Scrubzilla's. Masta. Lurking Joe. DFR. Alistair? Anyone else in the early crowd? What's up, Gravity Wave? What's up, Hillick? Thanks for the good luck. You put it in a bit of an ominous way, but yeah, thank you. Alright. Soul Honor Mode Gale here in Baldur's Gate 3. Let's get to work. We are currently level 6. And running around Act 2 with 8 Charisma. What's up, Vezix? Yeah, we are kind of testing the boundaries of this abjuration wizard thing. Yesterday we were able to deal with, we fought against both Malice and Thesibald Thorm. Tonight I'm probably gonna fight against Garangoth. So we're running around Act 2, doing early Act 2 stuff. But we'll just do an overview of our character and kind of what their deal is. So here we are as Gale.
hey,
Oh, you were talking about viewers. Oh, well, I mean, that just depends on how stupid a question they plan on asking. What's up, Lurking Joe? Alrighty. So, yeah, Gale is a level 6 Abjuration Wizard. We're relying a lot on this Arcane Ward. Thanks for the good luck, I appreciate it. And we found a few different items that give spells that are Abjuration. Like, this Ice Bite Robe is giving an Armor of Agathis as an Abjuration spell. We found a pair of gloves somewhere. This one. This protection from missiles. Level 2 Abjuration. Honestly, True Love's Embrace is a warding... Like, this... In theory, maybe I should be, like, summoning Scratch and just using this, because I'm pretty sure Warding Bond is... Well, I mean, it says it right there. Abjuration. So that's another 2 levels of Abjuration that I could be using. Although, I can't use it on myself, I guess. And I can't make someone else equip this thing, so I guess that one is out. I do need someone else to be equipping this thing, which I can't do. We've also got a Shield of Devotion Aid. This is a level 3 Abjuration spell, so we've got a few different good Abjuration options that don't even take spell slots. So, pretty exciting stuff.
hey,
And yeah, so we've been kind of working on figuring out, like, just what this thing is capable of fighting.
If you're all right by Jaheira, you're all right by me.
And I am going to need to take a long rest. The one issue is that we are pretty low on cash most of the time because of my 8 charisma. Which is not great, but, you know...
Take care now.
I do.
That's why we're still.
Alright, let's go ahead and long rest. Let me look at my... Really quickly. Austin has a plan to save Thaniel. Meet him by the lakeshore by last light. Okay, so we're already that far along, and then Arabella's hanging out at my camp, which would give me a ring that does something. Where's that? Can't remember what it does.
I don't believe it. That
The girl must live. Fear not.
If they're...
Oh yeah, this Shadow Blade illusion spell. Right, right. Uses concentration, always prepared. 2 to 16 psychic. When you use the sword to attack a target that is in dim light or darkness, you make that attack roll with advantage. Wonder if I should try this with What's up, DFR? I wonder if I should try this with Will the next time I play as a... Oh, no, but I can't because it uses the concentration. That's not gonna work. Yeah, the problem is it uses concentration, so I wouldn't be able to use that and darkness at the same time. Yeah, I don't know. It would be fun to come up with something that uses that.
On it.
But I don't think it's going to be for a bit. In the meantime, I'll just sell it to Volo. Mostly I wanted to hear him say that.
Cozy setup you have here. I'll just make myself comfortable. Thank you so much.
Okay. Okay, so our Arcane Ward resets itself to 6, but it can max out at 12, so let's go ahead and get it up to 12. Agatha's and Shield of Devotion would be more than sufficient to make that happen. And if I want, I can use Mage Armor as well, just to get my armor class back up to a respectable 18. Okay. And we tried a lot of this Boots of Arcane bolstering. I think I'm gonna go ahead and kind of nix this Arcane Charge thing. I'm not quite sold on its utility yet. And I do wonder if I should just be focusing more on getting Reverberation. That's right, Syndrakiel. It's really all about you. This would allow my cantrips to do extra damage based on my int modifier, so 3 for any damaging cantrip I choose. I like that. There is an option to get the fire hat from the stupid ox and use Firebolt to give myself arcane acuity, but I feel like that's not exactly the way to do that. Maybe Scorching Ray is the correct call there. Yeah, I think maybe playing as a sorcerer would make the most use of that hat, rather than as a mage who doesn't really get to use his bonus action for a tremendous amount yet. Okay. Yeah, no worries. Let's go ahead and send most of our gold to camp, because I'm about to go and fight against what's her name? And I don't want her to blow me up. In fact, why would I even bother rolling if I'm just gonna fight her anyway? Like, I know I'm not gonna pass these rolls. So let's just go ham. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, great. Then let's magic happen. Try to anyway. About to die until I threw out the window. The swords bard? Yeah, that was pretty epic. That was pretty epic. Alright, let's do it. No warm-up. We go in. Let me find the stupid, yeah, these things. Oh, they have psychic vulnerability. Yeah, see, this would be a situation where you'd actually want to use something like, dude, if I was playing as a bard and just slap this thing with dissonant whispers, it would disappear in an instant. Oh, that's pretty interesting. It has how much health? 40? Yeah, so double the damage with dissonant whispers? Ooh. Just send that shit to the Shadow Realm. Or if you were playing as like a rogue or something with that Shadow Blade out of that ring, same sort of instance. Because the sneak attack would just turn your sneak attack would become psychic damage as well. In theory, you'd be able to eliminate these so quickly that they wouldn't be able to call for help. Which I think is kind of fascinating.
Mine for the taking.
At least it's
Cover
worth
me,
more than
curious.
their lives.
I'm not entirely sure who's talking. It might be Garangoth upstairs. Yeah, I think it is. Are you all kind of the same? Yeah? Alright. No, don't take the stairs, dude. Don't take the stairs, you dum-dum. No! Oh my god. Ah! I was trying to attack!
I require go.
Fucking hell. Her initiative is so high. Ow. Rude. Act 3 today? No, are you crazy? No, I'm level 6. Are we in danger? No, we're fine. It's just annoying. Yeah, the coins, just like before, these things aren't gonna want to attack me, and we've seen this happen a number of times. I don't believe that I have a psychic version of Glyph of Warding, though I will check. If it can do psychic damage, that would be pretty neat, but I don't believe so. I think it's just elemental or sleep. Yeah, they don't want to touch me. My mitigation is a little bit too good. Especially with Blade Ward active. I do like that they're all rushing to the ceiling. I'm not sure what's up here that they are so interested in. But they all came up here. And look at that, she doesn't even want to attack me. That's crazy. Psychic? Sleep. Detonation. Pushes back everyone within range. I don't know how far exactly that means. Shall we find out? Okay. Now they're trying to hit me for psychic damage. And acid damage, how interesting. And setting up a glyph initiate combat? I don't know. Beaksy. Darkwiz, thank you so much for... Yo, why are all these guys attacking me all of a sudden? Is it because I started concentrating on something? I don't understand. Wow, they're crazy. They decided to all start attacking me. I mean, good for them, but what the hell? That was my Armor of Agatha's used, by the way. Alright, I better start attacking and killing these things, because... Alright. Yeah, no worries. No, it's not a problem. They used several stacks of my Arcane Ward there. However, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Yeah, we've got a lot of enemies here, and I'm gonna just go ahead and hit them with something actually damaging. And see how this works. Sorry about that, guys. Darkwiz, thank you so much for subscribing. 8 months now, in a row, consecutively. Please enjoy the ad for viewing the emotes. Very much appreciated. Okay. So some of them have attacks, and some of them, like, sometimes they're using them, sometimes they're not. It's a little bit strange. A little bit confusing, to be honest, how they... On the last turn, they all decided they wanted to attack me, and then this one, they all are kind of like, we'll leave it alone. Yeah, I'll shield for this. It doesn't seem that shield, being an abjuration spell... does not seem to make my reaction go. Which is a bit of a shame. Or, sorry. Shield doesn't increase my Arcane Ward, which I'm a little bit surprised by, I have to say. But that's okay. Not a big deal. Right. What's your legendary action, dude? Release a piece of armor, can try to sublimate. Uh-oh. Yeah, maybe I should, Holy crap. Sublimate's DC is 18, and I managed to make that saving throw, but only just. That's a Constitution saving throw. I cannot be standing next to her when I kill these things. Oh boy. Yeah, that would have been lethal. Okay. I mean, being turned to solid gold sounds bad. You know? It sounds like it's not good. Sounds pretty metal. I mean, you're not wrong. Sure. Well, I don't have any more, yeah, I don't have any more of these things to throw at her. Or, you know, glyphs of warding or whatever. However, I can at least magic missile the enemies or, like, fire bolt them or something. Yeah, I'm okay with letting them kind of come chase me across the roof. I do want to save some of my level 1 spell slots for stuff like Magic Missile. Or Shield. Mostly Shield. I think I'll resort to cantrips to try and eliminate the remainder here.
Hey.
I think it's probably better. What's up, Yenny? $90 too dark. 90 too dark. Well, don't roll a 1. Should have made that a crit. I guess that would have killed it. But at least it's not too dark for this now. It's situationally not bad, Yenny. We're using it in certain spots, but I think it made more sense when I was using the boots that give arcane charge when you dash. Right now, it's probably not. I mean, we're getting hit, and my concentration keeps breaking, so. She's leaving explosive coins all over the place, which is a totally normal thing for someone to do. I mean, if this connects, it's actually going to send this off a cliff and destroy it, so come on.
Good.
Yes!
Again.
Alright, that worked. Rude. Why do I have disadvantage? Oh, because I'm poisoned. Well, that sucks. We're missing a skull. Oh boy. Well, that's awkward. One of the skulls didn't get put into combat with us. Okay. Well, time to go look for it, I guess. Nice try, Michaela, but it definitely died. Remember the rules. Now where the heck is Gale going? What? Bro. What was that pathing, sir? The hell? At least Garangoth isn't coming after us. Yeah, my arcane ward has definitely done enough there that we are okay. At some point I'll figure out which floor I'm actually on. Otherwise I'm gonna have to go attack her. Then we'll have to break through 100 HP on our own. Which might be possible since she's just sort of letting the game continue. Alright. That's fine. Let's go for that. We don't have all day. Gold all over the place. Yeah, I didn't see the silhouette of anything red either. My current theory in my head is that we didn't miss a skull and that maybe the gravity death for one of them resulted in her thing not disappearing. So maybe killing these things via gravity makes it so that that's what my best guess is gonna be, because I don't see any enemies around, and she's just sort of sitting here. So I guess I'll just hit her with spells until she falls over. If she does not retaliate, then we just get a free win here. This abjuration thing is turning out to be a little bit more game-breaking than I had initially anticipated. Sometimes enemies will fight back, but oftentimes we're just getting free wins by enemies not, like, just refusing to play. Look at that. She's not even gonna... She's just gonna stand in acid. She's done, you know? I'll be perfectly honest, this is not exciting for me. I love that, like, I love that it's working, but I also hates that it's working. Because I feel like there should be a little bit more to the AI than this. I'm literally right here. At least try to break through my arcane wards, you know? Yeah, Yenny, I'm going to, because this to me, this is not exciting. So we'll see what I think we'll see what the other schools have to offer.
On the double. Hey.
Look at this. Just I have 18 armor class. 18.
less than her Vicens. What will it make of us if we stay here too long?
Well, she's not the only one, Valcor, that's just refused to try attacking me when I have... I mean, the enemies were doing it to Karlach as well, if you remember. So it's not like this class is alone in that. It seems like if your damage reduction is high enough, that enemies will just refuse to try attacking you anyway. But that they... She's not even trying to push. She's not even, like, you know... I feel like she could try to do something. Or just hit me, you know? Like, even if it's not going to work, the enemies should be able to realize that eventually she'll break through my arcane ward stacks, you know what I mean? Like, there's gotta be something there. I don't know what, but there's gotta be something.
That's curious. Certainly. I don't think this is strictly legal.
Hey,
I mean, look, we got a lot of XP for that fight, and I think we learned something pretty important. So, I'm happy with that as a result, but I think I'm going to be switching over to Evocation or Divination soon. Just to see what they're capable of. Because I think we figured out that Abjuration is probably going to just be like this for a lot of the rest of the game. And while it basically guarantees a success, as long as I can do enough damage to the Netherbrain at the end of the game, it's gonna be tedious. I'll love for enchantment. I can check out enchantment as well. I mean, if we're going for high spell save DC, then I'm sure enchantment has its charms. Get it? But yeah, I think a subclass other than this is going to provide for a little bit more learning. I think I've kind of got how sometimes you're like you're doing something and you're like, all right, I get it. I feel like I've sort of hit that point with Abjuration. And when you have to rely on like the main way that I was dealing damage was baiting opportunity attacks from enemies, who, by the way, if you're an enemy AI and you're actually doing an opportunity attack, like that's not correct either, right? Like, if you don't want to hit me, then make it so that the enemy can choose how to use their reactions or not. It shouldn't be, the heck did I just...
The heavy door grinds open. The combination worked.
Okay. R.I.P. Illusion. I can give Illusion as a shot as well. I think I just need to start exploring the other subclasses. Otherwise, the rest of this playthrough is going to be more boring than we intended. We have plenty of good options. Let's try and find something that'll work for all of us, including me. Evidently, Roxo. Yeah, that chest was that chest wasn't having it. And thank you. Do I have the key?
Could be interesting.
Ooh. And I'd say that it was much more exciting for Karlach because at least some enemies were still trying to hit her, and Karlach also had the benefit of having multiple attacks, right? Like, she had ways to make those fights go a lot faster than what this version of Gale has in his toolkit. So, yes, damage reduction seems to be game-breakingly powerful, while also kind of
That might be worth it.
like it's a cool play style, but it is less interesting the more we do it. To me, anyway. Alright, let's go sell stuff.
If you're all right by Jaheira, you're all right by me.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel, like I said, I just feel like the enemies need to try to do something. And just having them sit there and do absolutely nothing while I like, Garangoth is supposed to be an area boss, right? That she stood there and did nothing while I chewed away 100 hit points of her, like her last 100 hit points, it feels bad. It feels bad, I'm not gonna front. Like, it's funny for the first couple of minutes as I'm doing it, and then it's like, okay. No, there's gotta be something better. Ranged. When a weapon attack roll inflicts a condition, the wielder gains arcane acuity. But I'm not doing weapon attack rolls. Got it. Good evening, Rug. Welcome to the channel. Okay. Let's see here. Well, that's the thing, Valcor. Like, I'm not sure how much, how long the game is going to be like this for an Abjuration Wizard, and so maybe we can swap over to it again in, like, Act 3 and just see, Because I know that Evocation Wizard gets the Empowered Evocation thing at level 10, because we've played Evocation before. Which speaks to me that each subclass is going to get something cool at level 10, so it's worth knowing what Abjuration Wizard gets at 10. But maybe in the meantime, I should figure out what the other subclasses get at levels 2 and 6. Well, I already know what Divination gets at 2, but you get the idea, right? Like...
Take care now.
B's asking, what race or class combo would you recommend for a unique playthrough? You've already played as a Tiefling, Bard, Warlock, or a Drow, Paladin, Cleric. For a unique playthrough. Have you played as a Bard yet?
God's blood, this is heavy.
It's for a good cause.
I don't know if unique is exactly the way I would describe it, but it does feel like the game definitely wants you to play a bard at some point, because it gives bards a lot of dialogue options, like all the way through, and unique interactions, and bards are quite powerful, so you're not gonna feel like you're missing out on anything. Druid Soul Honor wins soon. Soon.
I bet they're close.
How am I doing on cash, by the way? I guess I must have collected a lot of money, and I left a couple thousand in camp as well, so that she wouldn't blow me up. You've enjoyed playing as Gith? Yeah, I think that Gith or Tieflings are pretty cool, just thematically for this game. I really enjoyed playing as Astarion, just anyway. I thought that was pretty good. Khazador ascended? Oh no. Were you able to defeat him anyway, Dillman? I mean, that presumably means you lost Astarion permanently, right? If so, rest in pieces to our poor guy. I think Gith lends itself to a lot of different classes. For me, Gith as a sorcerer, like, if you're playing as a sorcerer, but you get to also wear medium armor when you want to, that's pretty dope. Now, obviously, we're learning a lot more about how to play unarmored, and so maybe a sorcerer could just be literally any other race, and we would be fine. As I've learned more how to play unarmored, with this character and with Will, when we played Will our last go-through, I think I'm learning a little bit more about, like, the potential of playing unarmored, and so you'd still be fine. But yeah, a Gith as a monk that also gets to wear medium armor is pretty sick too. Yeah, no, for sure. And plus their racial abilities, like Leia's suggesting, is pretty nice. Tiefling monk is not a lot of synergy. I guess that makes sense, right? Because tieflings, depending on which tiefling you get, that's smites and stuff. Though there are some of the tieflings get like darkness and stuff, I think, from my brief inspection of what they do. So maybe playing as like a Way of Shadow monk that gets to also cast darkness as a racial ability would be something. If you're playing as a Zariel tiefling, you're not going to have a great time as a monk because the smites are just not going to work for very much. Alright, old man.
Fate dost thou require, and as thou...
Let's see. Alright, enchantment. Charm and incapacitate a creature. It cannot attack you, it cannot act. You can maintain your hypnotic gaze each turn to extend its duration. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Illusion gets this improved minor illusion. This is the one I'm least interested in. Transmutation gets experimental alchemy. You have to pass a DC 15 medicine check. I don't anticipate being very good at medicine anyway. What does conjuration get? Let's see what enchantment gets at 6. I'm curious. Is maybe a spell save DC, like more like a controlling thing? Would be pretty solid. I'm not even gonna worry choosing spells yet. I just want to see what we get. I'm gonna spend. I'm willing to spend 100 gold to just learn which level 6 option I want to take. You know what I mean? I haven't actually been stealing back from him, Valkor. It might be really difficult to do now. Withers might have too much money for me to try taking back from him. Charm an enemy attacking you. They will attack a new target if possible, as a reaction. Oh, no. The Illithid get the same thing. Like, I already have this, or can have this. Let me check and make sure that that's the same thing. Yeah. So the only really interesting thing about this is Hypnotic Gaze, which would presumably be based off your spell save DC. Which I currently can have a pretty decent spell save DC and then slap something with a hypnotic. I guess that's somewhat tempting. So that's an option.
Fate dost thou as...
Let's try again. Evocation would mean I'd be able to throw fireballs at myself at 2. I forget what we get at 6. So actually, let me. Let me just see what evocation gets at 6. I remember that level 10 is the big thing for us. Dolphus ready for the disco? Yeah, sure. Absolutely. Alright, evocation 6. Potent cantrip. When a creature succeeds its saving throw against one of your cantrips, it still takes half the damage, but suffers no additional effects. Saving throw against a cantrip. Oh. Interesting. Hold on.
Fate dost thou as thou desire.
What's up, Sigrid? Let's look at the cantrips. Which ones have saving throws? It's like this and this. Because this is attack roll, this is attack roll. This is attack roll. This is attack roll. And the ones that are saving throws are freaking Sacred Flame, which I can't use. And Vicious Mockery, which is also so. Oh, that's very interesting. I can't remember if Thorn Whip is an attack roll as well, but it might be. Thorn Whip might be attack roll or saving throw. But like... Oh, hang on a second. Hang on. I understand. I think I understand how that works. Okay, that's fine. I think I understand it. I'll show you guys at level 4. I think I understand. Or at least my interpretation. But in the meantime, let me see what transmutation gets, I guess. I'll check conjuration, I'll check transmutation as well. Which one am I doing right now? Transmutation, okay. So here you could pick something like Poison Spray or whatever. But the feat is the feat is the one to look at here because you want this one. Spell Sniper. And you get to pick something oh, never mind. Oh, which one is the you learn a cantrip? These cantrips are not what I had in mind, by the way. This is an attack roll. This is an attack roll. That might also... Yeah, this would also be an attack roll, which I guess makes sense for Spell Sniper. Where is the learn a cantrip one? This is the part where you don't help Richard. Read the messages above you, please. Okay, yeah, so I thought for sure that there was a different one that allowed me to learn like from a bigger list of cantrips. But apparently Spell Sniper is just for the ones that have attack rolls, which means not Vicious Mockery. So I thought maybe I'd be able to learn Vicious Mockery from Spell Sniper and then, although I guess it just wouldn't, that's not synergistic, right? Because increasing the crit range on a spell that is not going to be an attack roll so it can't crit is not, like, that's not going to do anything. On the other hand, this is how you would get Vicious Mockery. Or this is how you would get Sacred Flame, which is the other one that I'm thinking of. Druids get... But we know that Thorn Whip uses an attack roll because it's down there under Spell Sniper. Sorcerer's list is the same. And this is the same. Okay. Yeah, it still doesn't feel all that great, I guess. Unless you were to do Magic Initiate for Bard, and then you really have to be trying hard to get more use out of this thing. Okay. That's fine. Let's keep learning about... what we get here when we hit level 6. Alright, so transmutation. This is transmutation. Transmuter's Stone. Store one of your, or some of your transmutation magic in a small stone. A creature carrying the stone gains the benefit of your choice. Once you have created a stone, you need to cast a transmutation spell of level 1 or higher, or take a long rest before you can create another one. Oh. Okay. How many transmutation spells do I have? Blink? Oh, but I can create one anyway, and then I'd have to recast it. Okay, so let's see what this transmutation stone does. Alright, what are you? Oh my god, 50 million options. Transmuter Stone for Constitution. Create a stone that grants the carrier proficiency in Constitution saving throws. Nice. Okay, yeah. Create a stone that lets the carrier see in the dark. I'm curious about this see in the dark. If it's just regular dark vision, then I don't care. If it's Devil's Sight, then that's better. But it says dark vision, not Devil's Sight, so I'm a little concerned. Increase movement speed by 3 meters. Wow, that would be good. Stacks with long stride or whatever. Acid resistance. I find it very difficult to believe that this is on the same level as this. If I'm gonna get to pick between con proficiency and freaking acid resistance, like, what? Oh, the rest are all just different elemental resistances. Oof, that's pretty... That's... okay. So I pick an elemental resistance, or just... So, I mean, the big draw for me would be this or this, and that's basically it. But this might, like, in theory, this could be good enough to use that anyway. Although, no, I don't have an arcane ward. So we had talked yesterday about, or not yesterday, yeah, maybe yesterday, about potentially with arcane ward going and like, you know, blade ward, that like pretty much I could use, I could set my my saving throws to such a value that, like, concentration would never be broken. Yeah, okay. Let's
Fate, dost thou as thou...
Okay, but that's cool. That's cool. Now I know. And one more try here. How far in Act 2? Not very, Matt. I've dealt with Malice, Isabald, and Garangoth Thorm each. The Abjuration Wizard fared magnificently against all three of them, but in all three situations, except for Thisabald Thorm, who had elemental damage, the AI just sort of broke down. And the reason that I'm looking at my options right now is because I'm concerned about Abjuration Wizard's funness. Like, yeah, cool, it's nice being immortal, but it's not nice being immortal if the AI isn't even going to try to break it. Right? Because the AI could have kept attacking me to, like, wear down my arcane ward stacks, but they just weren't doing it. And for the last 100 hit points of Garangoth, she just sat there, like, I was right next to her just hitting her with Shocking Grasp, and she was standing there doing nothing. For, like, 10 turns. She just was essentially passing her turn. So that's why I'm looking at what my other options are. So Conjuration gets Create Water. This would be nice if it was like a bonus action Create Water or something. Like, just something to separate it from, like, I throw a water bottle at them. But it would, in theory, set you up to do a little bit better with ice and lightning stuff, which we've been sort of talking about. Alright, Conjuration level 6, what do we got? No. Come on, man. Really? That's it? To replenish this feature, I have to cast a conjuration spell of level 1 or higher. Again, if this was a bonus action, I'd be way more excited about just getting Misty Step.
Fate dost thou require as the...
Yikes. I don't even know if I want to play the actually wizard, though. That's the problem. Like, this... the very limited amount of divination wizard that I've seen with the portent dice, it's like... You just run around well-actualing everything that you fight against. It's like, aha, I avoided your attack. Well, actually, no, you didn't. I made my saving throw. Well, actually... And the fact that the dice are every long rest and it's random, like, maybe it changes when you hit level 6, but... I'm not interested in this. I think in a party it would be really funny. Like, if I were playing with 3 other people, I would probably want to do this the most. Because it's just like... You can cause so much chaos. But, like, in a good way, right? It's not the wild magic where it's just like, oh, something happened. This one, you basically can use it to help allies or make sure that an ally's spell lands or one of your spells lands, and then everyone's like, oh, nice, you did it with the divination thing. But when I'm playing alone, it's just like, Alright, well. This is going to force me to change my playstyle again. What I like about this is that it's going to force me to not just be sitting with my Arcane Ward up and just be like, well, I'm fucking immortal because the AI doesn't know how to do anything. This is going to make me think again. So let's go for it. High spell save DC. I don't disagree with that, Hamasta, until you hit level 10, and then Evocation is just going to be a damage powerhouse. Of course, I'll respec again when I hit level 10 and see what the heck we get, but that's 4 levels away. And right now, the only subclasses that seem at all like it's going to be much of anything for me is this and this. At Evocation, you add your int modifier to all of your spell damage. Which, at that point, we should have 20 int, at least. So, you're basically +5 to everything that you cast. But at the moment, of the things that I've looked at, it's... this, if only for the Hypnotic Gaze, because the other thing is just an illithid power. This, at least, I can now aim fireballs at my feet if I need to. The level 6 thing isn't much of anything, because it's saving throws of cantrips, which we... literally, I'm not throwing saving throw stuff around at all, unless I were to take Acid Splash. Which, if I wanted to play as an acid wizard, then, or like a poison spray wizard, then, you know, then that would be something. I guess you could try and build a poison build with the, like, 3 poison spells that exist in the game. This is what, like, Ray of Sickness, Chromatic Orb, I guess, for poison. Chromatic Orb might be a good spell to take anyway. I haven't looked a lot at Chromatic Orb. This might be a pretty underrated spell. Plus, it's Evocation. Thunderwave's also Evocation. Evocation. And so are you. What are you? Conjuration? And are you Evocation as well? Okay. I mean, in theory, I should just be writing all of these really useful spells, right? I have Scorching Ray and Shatter, and I can just write those into my spellbook anyway. I can write all these spells into my spell book, so what are we even thinking about? I just pick stuff. We'll pick the defensive ones. I'll write the offensive ones. And that'll be where the rest of my money goes. Poison spray or acid splash. Bubble of acid that damages each creature it hits, or noxious gas, or bone chill. Undead target receives disadvantage on attack rolls. Yeah, I'll throw some acid splashes around for fun. I don't mind. What other evocation spells do I have as an option? Yeah, sure. All right, and now I do need to think about like what I'm actually gonna do here. Alert, I guess. I mean, Spell Sniper is kind of funny when you have the possibility to grab. Eldritch Blast isn't even going to be interesting because it's not. I don't have the Warlock thing for it. North Hornwhip. So the spell Sniper is not really it. I'll take Alert. Alert or Dual Wielder. Dual Wielder could very reasonably come back into play soon, but I think Alert is probably still the best move if I'm running around with pretty crap dexterity. Ability improvement would have been good too, but I mean, we've already gone past that. Counter spell for sure. Fireball. Absolutely. I don't have much of anything to concentrate on right now, but that's fine. Could try hasting myself. It'd be an easy way to get myself killed, but you know what? This would also be something to concentrate on that could potentially be really good. Actually, didn't realize this would probably be really, really good for... Oh, wow. Yeah, Abjuration Wizard should definitely be using Witch Bolt. Didn't even consider that. But an Abjuration Wizard using Witch Bolt and just zapping stuff every turn is probably the most spell-efficient thing I could have picked. And I hadn't even considered it. Especially in the case of stuff that's not going to attack you back. Just keep hitting the joy buzzer over and over. That's probably really clever. Alright, what are the chromatic orb options? This creates an acid surface. This creates a cold surface. Right, yeah, so this would be an extra cold spell to throw around. Fire sets enemies burning. Ooh, nice. Okay. Lightning. Electrified. Poisons. Thunder. And if you upcast it, how much more does it add? Oh, that's a lot, actually. Oh, I feel like I've been sleeping on that spell. Nice. Okay. Cool. And my spell save DC is still currently 15. But my spell attack rolls must be somewhere in that vicinity as well. It's hard exactly to see where that is. Oh, here we go. Spell attack rolls is 10. Oof. Gotta up that if I'm gonna have any shot at landing any of this stuff. Plus 10 is not, like, it looks good, but it's actually not all that impressive yet. I do wonder if I should go and kill the ogres and then respec to dump int, or if I should get the fire acuity hat and try and go full for fire. Oh god, it's there. Those are both actually like really solid options. How would I? I'm trying to think how I itemize if I'm gonna do that. If I'm going for fire, then I just go. I could just go gloves of dexterity again. Oh no. I go for storm scions, not the storm scions powder. The I see. I understand. I would go for the belligerent skies gloves. That's what they're called, and then just go in with lightning charges. So that would require spell sparkler again. I'm gonna kill the ox.
This place gives me the creeps.
Mucked in. Plenty worse in their way.
Yeah?
Heapside narrows at night time. 2 steps in, and you're likely to become some dagger's new sheath.
Ain't my neck of the woods.
If I'm gonna play Fire Mage from level 6 to 10, then I want to do Transmutation. For sure. Transmutation, get Constitution proficiency. Where the... no, it's still so iffy, dude. I don't know. Like, there's so many different ways that I could play it, and yet none of them seem like the correct one. It's very bizarre.
You were witnessed assaulting someone. You're headed for the cells.
Dude, are you kidding me? I can't believe it didn't attack back, by the way. Oh my god.
Usually, this is the point where the guard leave him properly.
I just lost a bunch of money.
I remain unshown, not for you to know. Scallion, I admire your all.
Punk ass. Ow. Okay, you don't, like, explode on death or anything, do you? May inflict paralyze. Dude, I literally almost died. Oh my god. Wow, Jesus. If I had died to paralysis again, that would have been very sad. Would have been very sad indeed.
Teach me never to judge an ox by its cover.
Ugh. Alright, how to fire acuity. When you deal fire damage, you gain arcane acuity for 2 turns.
Just when
yes.
I think I've seen it all.
Shapeshifting or disguise self, you gain blah blah blah. Okay. So I'm gonna start swapping over to being a fire mage. Or attempting to be a fire mage, anyway. Maybe I need a fire mage,
My pleasure.
like fire mage drip. In which case, I need to get the potent robe. Alright. We've got an objective, damn it. I'm going for the potent robe. For now. Finally, something to do. Chat's like, oh my god, finally he makes a decision on something.
If you're all right by Jaheira, you're all right by me.
Let's see what the difference between orange and pale orange is. I have a feeling like I'm just gonna end up picking orange anyway, but let's see what we get.
Take care.
I mean, I could just go back to brown alabaster once we get it. Because brown alabaster looks pretty sick, but also, let's see. Okay, pale orange. Let's just use it on the hat. Let's figure this out. That's not bad. And then, so that was pale orange, and then let's see about regular orange. This might be the best stream that I've done in this game. I've accomplished nothing, and yet... Okay, what the frick is that, dude? Okay, I guess I should also check on the, I mean, it's a little bit muted for a fire mage, I have to say.
If you're all right by Jaheira, you're all right by me.
I was hoping it'd have a little bit more pop to it.
Take care now.
Oh, no, but that won't work. So pale orange won't work either. And also, Gale, where are you going? Okay, how about just freaking red?
If you're all right by Jaheira, you're all right by me.
I know she doesn't have that much, but...
Take care.
Also, let me just really quickly check and see what brown alabaster does to this. Okay, yeah, that's brown for sure. Video game. In what universe? In what universe is that red? Oh. I'm gonna lose it, man. That's red. This is red. That's. Look, I can be red with a, you know, with a. All right, okay, all right. I'm not mad. Just fucking furious. All right, let's go.
2 steps in, and you're likely to become some dagger's new sheath.
Ain't my neck of the woods.
Count the lucky stars.
Maybe we can find some of that black and furnace red on this long rest. See how that impacts it.
Yeah. There's more where that came from.
Wish we had stone. Rusty.
If you're all right by Jaheira, you're all right by me.
Bloody plum. Is bloody plum good, RR? Did I get it? More black and summer green. Lilac. It is, but it's not red? Oh, well, we can't be a fire mage. If it's not red. That won't do.
Take care.
It's a Gucci hat? Oh my god.
It'll need to.
You always use the dyes mixed with
magic
black. I really like the black and jade green. Black and jade green is like probably my favorite dye look for most stuff. But it doesn't work for a fire mage, you know what I mean? Like that's not gonna cut it. Is the HP okay for this stage in the game? No, absolutely not, Comatite. Not that now that I'm not Abjuration Wizard anymore, we are the glassiest of cannons.
You've come in the spirit of trade, I hope.
That's not the point. Black and Fern is red, let's go. Thought she might have some.
Come back.
Take me there. I don't hate that at all. Okay. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, now we're cooking. Okay. I'm not gonna worry about the robe because we're gonna get a new one. If I'm successful, we'll get a new robe.
We next? Not if you keep them lips.
Though, maybe I should use the armor of Agatha's before I get my spot blown up anyway. You know what I mean? Maybe not the worst idea. I'm gonna hang out here. I'm gonna try and blow up these two things as they walk past. Hello. Thank you. Alright. I'm gonna require your help here. You are gonna surprise that enemy when they come over. I can use Psychic Spark on them. And if I'm using Psychic Spark, then I need this instead. For lightning charges. And that'll work. And my current gloves don't do much of anything, but that's okay. Could wear this. Do protection from missiles. That's not bad as well. You have the drum? Yeah, the drum's pretty fun. I feel like I was supposed to turn that off, but whatever. Alright, go surprise this, please. Thank you.
Swiftly now.
I'll use a haste potion for this. $30, huh? Now for the next one, I need Surgeon Subjugation. Elf Staff for spell attack rolls? Sure. Okay. Let me regain this. Alright, I have 3 level 3 spells because of the shadow spell slot. And they're gonna all go into Scorching Rays for this one. Because I'm planning on critting. with Surgeon Subjugation. I'll use Luck of the Far Realms, and then we're just gonna crit. Like crazy. I guess my other option would be to use Falar. Or Spellsparkler anyway to just deal lightning damage. Because all I have to do is hit one time. Or Falar for Thunder? Yeah, Falar for Thunder is probably going to be the better one. Okay. Alright.
I'll get us out of here.
Hi, by the way.
Why don't you and Zevlor take a long walk off a short cliff? If you're not at the whatever.
So I already talked to Roland. See about Walbrin.
Don't mind. The Warden has eyes Huh. And why would you be so inclined?
All good.
I reckon you...
A long way from Waterdeep. May it please, Mistra.
And seen? Why? Oh, because the scrying eye upstairs. Right, okay. How do I do this in a way that makes any sense at all? What's my chance to hit here? 65% only. Okay, so I need to be hidden. Let's split the gang up. Go. Surprise it. And I will join the party. I suppose these would all be crits if I get way closer. Oh, but I also need to... I need to have advantage still. Okay, yeah, this is a good spot. Hello. Okay, and then I should haste now so that I actually ensure my kill. Oh, I forgot to follow our streak. Oops, oh well. Not a big deal. Hello. Those damage numbers are shockingly low, but I think we'll still get through. Yeah, hit it as hard as you can, I guess. 10 damage? Thanks.
Unleash me.
Unleash me. Good measure. He falls. I got the spell slot. Good thing I used my Good thing I used the haze potion there. Yeah, this necklace is dope, of course. She had fire resistance? Yeah, well, I figured that out partway through. But what are you gonna do? That's the only thing that is that I have that's gonna do crits. So I didn't really have much choice in that regard, you know?
Roland better be alright.
Is Roland to burst in, spell?
Like, I want all of those attacks to be crits, and nothing else that I had was going to do it if I had her paralyzed. So, totally fine either way. Because it's an attack roll, RR. An attack roll is a thing that can crit. Magic Missile cannot. Yeah, that was the point of the paralysis. This way, I guess. Why am I encumbered? Karmic Abjuration is so strong that it broke the game. So I'm trying other stuff.
Adventure awaits.
What sent us over the edge earlier, you must have missed, was me playing Abjuration and fighting against Garango Thorm and her just passing turns while I whittled her remaining 100 hit points down. She just sat there, did nothing while I reduced her hit points all the way down to 0. Not fun. So I decided to try other things. I feel like I know that Abjuration is strong now, and maybe I'll return to it in Act 3 just to see how hilarious and stupid things will get. But at the moment, I'm not particularly interested in continuing down the Abjuration path while enemies are gonna refuse to play the game. Hey, Astornite, how you doing?
Tools for the wrong trade.
Ew. Dirty? What are you weak against?
To new horizons.
This makes you want to try magic casting? I mean, the magic builds in this game are really, really good. They're very good. I think what I want to do once I get this potent robe is I want to swap over to being transmutation wizard, and I think I may want to just do magic missile for a while. Like magic missile and I don't know. Like I have so many different good options, but the transmutation is very strong at 6 just because I will be able to. Yeah, I'll be able to do something like dump dexterity entirely, increase my constitution up to 16 potentially. Maybe I'll just be okay at Wiz 14. Because my wisdom doesn't need to be sitting at 16. That's not super necessary right now. But if I go constitution up and then give myself proficiency in constitution with the transmutation stone, then we're talking about potentially not failing saving throws and shit again. This is pretty good. I still, there's still something not quite right about what I'm doing, but haven't figured it out yet. Who's Shovel and how do you get him? Go to the basement in Blighted Village in Act 1.
Yes.
Can I even afford the Dex gloves? Probably not. Gale must be hella tadpoled? Oh, yeah. Oh, you know it. I may even have to long rest now. I'm about to fight against stuff. I think I'm gonna do the respec now. And then I'll figure out what my layout is gonna look like. I am feeling like I might ditch the fire acuity hat as well. And instead just dump int and wear the headband of intellect. This has suddenly become goofy just because I'm trying not to play Abjuration Wizard. And I'm trying to find something that's going to work in the short term. But I think I'm onto something. I know, I'm sorry. I don't have this is not how I envisioned this going, but the Abjuration break has just the AI breaking on Abjuration has thrown me a little bit for a loop so far tonight, if that wasn't already evident.
If I don't get my beauty sleep soon, I may just get a tad malcontent.
Yeah, no, I know.
Dost thou
Are those Will's camp clothes but died? Correct. Well spotted. Oh, wait, but I can't do this. I can't do this until I've already killed. Know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go and fight Lump with 8 int. What's he gonna do? Stop me? I'm gonna have 12 strength. See you at the ship? It's gonna be no problem. Not even a little bit of an issue. We're gonna be just fine. This is gonna be so exciting.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Thanks for the follow, Fico. Yeah, this is getting stupid, and I love it. I love it. The wizard we deserve. The way tonight's been going, kind of. Kind of. I'm gonna take friends back. If I have 14 charisma, I may as well give myself advantage again. Jesus. What a night. Thing missing at this point is wild magic? Oh my god. If I'm gonna wear the Dex gloves, then I don't need alert. Fuck it, dual wielder's back. We're back to being a magic missile build. I don't care. I don't care. I've tried Necromancer, Sanfi. Yeah. I've tried Necromancer. It's good. It takes a long time to set everything up. And I think I'd probably wait until I was at least level 7 before really playing a Necromancer in earnest. Because otherwise it's just like... Now, here's the problem. Am I going to have to do this every time I long rest? Or can I just make this stone now? I don't even know what form this thing takes. Okay, it's just a... Okay, this thing just sits here. Okay, but that's so good, though. Just giving myself con proficiency on top of 16 con? Oh, that's really nice. It's really good. So I'm getting 3, 6, 7, 8 to my saving throws without any other... And if I decided to say screw mage armor and just wear the thing that gives advantage. Now there's stuff in Act 3 that's going to make this even better. There's a robe that is potent defenses, and it basically makes it so that if you're concentrating, you gain your your spellcasting modifier as like it. I think it adds it to. I want to say it's your spellcasting modifier to your armor class, or no, maybe your proficiency bonus. It's one of the two, which by the time you reach Act 3 anyway, so that's either 4 or 5. So it's like plus 4 or 5 to. Yeah, that's super good. Or the robe of the weave is fine too, but like you basically just we're gonna become tank wizard again, even without intending to. All right, so if I'm gonna do this successfully, here's what I want. I want this. I want this. I want this, and I want this, I guess, and nothing else really matters. I can do this if I want. Am I going to do Honor Jack of all trades? I am, B, but stay tuned on that one. Now, I took dual wielder, right? So, Bell Sparkler returns, and instead of these I can put this back on, right? And then oh no, but I want my Dex gloves. Oh right. Okay. Let's do a long rest. I'm not talking to Scratch, damn it. All right, I need to go and buy the gloves because right now my initiative bonus is let's put nicely, it's not good. I ignored Scratch. Yeah, whatever. It's a healing potion. He'll have it for me later. I don't. We're busy. We're trying to formulate a really
that way.
Like we're patching together a build again.
Haven't had enough yet?
Give me these. Oh, I can afford them. Thank God. All right. All right. There we go. 17. Yeah, we're gonna be playing really light here, but it's fine. It should be okay. Because we're gonna have a surprise round on turn 1. That off.
Remember.
Lighted village. Let's go get the other piece of this thing. None of this would be happening if enemies actually knew how to deal with Abjuration Wizard. Like, we get it. Abjuration's probably the strongest class. And it's probably not even close, but the enemies just shutting down and not doing anything is the reason why this is happening.
No rest for the wicked, I see.
Am I wearing the right equipment? Yep. Now, do I need to make the stupid transmuter stone every time I long rest? I do. Well, I guess that's, that's fine. Let's put these like this so that I just remember to do each one. There we go. Good. Alrighty. And then, yeah, haste, mirror image, and then send shovel into surprise. Oh, and follow our melody.
Which way to the nearest library? Yes? On my way. Over there. Torment. Torment.
Yeah. Alright.
With ease.
I mean, that's not even our final form, but it's still pretty good. Give me that. Alright. These are some stats. These are definitely some stats. I like that a lot better. Okay. Well, let's go and continue on our merry way. I can add some more spells, I guess. Misty Step is good. Yeah, those are fine. Alright. I need to go back to Moonrise to go and get the Potent Robe or something. Yeah, Dark Wiz, but the difference the difference is that I'm a lot more active in this situation, right? So it feels a little bit better for now to just run it this way and actually like get to progress without without it feeling like, you know, nothing was happening.
If you're all right by Jaheira,
Like Garangoth really got me upset with like, again, the build is good. We know that now. But Garangoth was just like a bit of an eye-opener for me. I was just like, nah. Elixir of Hill Giant? I don't even need an elixir. I have a club. Club would set my thing to 19 and I could just still... Anyway, that's not the point.
As the symbol glows, power courses.
Thanks to the follow, Flying.
Authority.
Yeah, Valkor. I mean, yes. I mean, again, I'm very happy we've explored the different types of wizards, and we have very good ideas of how to play pretty much all of them at this point. Again, I'll need to do more respecs when we hit level 12. Or sorry, not 12. Level 10, so that I get an idea of how to play them, too. But we'll worry about that when we get there.
You look like you want to say...
But yeah, it'd be the, I guess, the Potent Robe until I get the... It's not like I'm really running around throwing cantrips around either, by the way. But with the Potent Robe, at least... it would still add more damage to cantrips.
Welcome back, true soul. You've come in the spirit of trade. Come back anytime.
Yeah. Spirit of trade. Black and...
Welcome back, true soul.
Black
You've come
and...
in the spirit of trade, I hope.
Or white and scarlet. It's an option. Insufficient gold. Oh, we finally run into it, huh? Alright. Fine. Here, you can have a scroll of light and some arrows of ill matter. And then I'll take that from you. Oh, and you can have these weird backpacks that I keep acquiring every time I move between acts.
Come back.
Let's try it on the cape, because the cape is gonna be the big thing here. I like that a lot. All right, we'll see how it works on the Potent Robe. I just need to go and get it. Wait, how come I can't use Agathis? There it is. Yeah, the potent robe's quite ugly. I agree with that completely, but it's the best we're gonna get, so what are you gonna do? Where is she?
Interesting. Welcome back, true soul. You've come in the spirit of trade, I hope.
What does this do? Bonus to spell save DC? This might be better. I'm gonna need to save up for this. I mean, obviously Armor of Agathis is still good, but like... and maybe I just use the Potent Robe until we get to the next act. It's still some temporary hit points, so whatever. What am I complaining about?
Come back.
Let's worry about about that issue if the Potent Robe looks like crap. If the Potent Robe looks like crap, then I will concern myself more with the drip. Hi. Get over here. Plus, I'm gonna get a new, yes, of course. I'm gonna get a new... tadpole. Where I'm planning on going anyway. I should get a new tadpole.
Roland better be alright.
The blaze and rescue us.
I bloody hope not.
Can you make this jump?
The air is ripe with magic. Most excellent. That's curious.
Alright, same process as before. These guys are kind of dangerous, so I need to be a little bit careful with them.
Charmed, I'm sure. One with the weave.
Good.
Very well.
What? You. action went, but whatever. Bitch.
Death is but a word away.
Well, you're still on the ground, right? I'm gonna go running after this one. So those guys could knock me over. I don't have any prone immunity.
On my way.
Not until Act 3, anyway. So
Curiosity must be satisfied.
until then, I have to be a little bit careful when there are enemies that can just knock me over with a, like, just a regular action, like their stupid brutal leap.
This must be the place where sanity comes to drown.
An illithid oubliette. Right beneath the towers. A colony must be close.
Squiddy pretending like
that must be where the tadpoles are coming from.
Classic Squiddy.
Into the fray.
Yeah, that tadpole. Up to call the weak threshold.
Strange vista through that window. Unreachable from here, I'd surmise. But there must be another way down.
Never lied to me? Yeah, whatever. Whatever. Except for their appearance. The fact that they say, I'm not going to let you turn into a mind flare, and then encourage you to turn into a mind flare.
What was that place?
Biggest gaslighter in the game? Yeah. Yep. We did all of this stuff while I was like level 6.5. Did I go full tentacles? I did it once, yeah. When I played as Dark Urge, I literally, yeah, I became a mind flayer. Pretty good. It's a pretty good buff. Definitely worth figuring out. Because it changes your stats, you still do need to be careful about like which classes you want to use it on. Because it like dumps your strength and dexterity. So it's like if I were playing as like a cleric, for example, that would be a really good one to go full mind flare on. Or warlock would be pretty good as well, because you don't lose out on like a ton of charisma or anything. Get out of here. By the way, these guys give a lot of money as a reward, so that's pretty good.
My plan for now is to hide out on the...
Alright, bye. XP for me, please. Thank you. This is actually like 1,000 experience when you put it all together.
Seen alleyways in Baldur's Gate.
We will see victory yet.
Yeah? Deep sight narrows at nighttime. 2 steps in, and you're
a little discourse.
Sarah, a pity. Those of us who cut free just... But...
Roland isn't here.
And doodahs.
Okay, we need to go get Roland. Hang on.
Of course, Roland.
Gotta go get that guy.
Why does everything go wrong? Last night's best man.
Oh, right, because I talked to him. I forgot that I had talked to him already. Yeah, if you don't talk to him, then he doesn't go looking until after they've already been rescued. Yeah, Roland's been here for a minute. But thankfully we didn't get close enough for him to spawn in. Otherwise, we would have been in deep trouble. Oh god, he's getting shadow cursed.
God, this foolishness is enough to give wizards a bad name.
Bro. Really? No light source, my dude? Are we kidding? You have a torch. How are you getting shadow cursed? Make it make sense.
Instead, I found myself cornered. I felt.
Okay, bye, I guess.
Let's have a peek inside.
Okay, now let's go get the XP from him.
Till then, keep watch, keep wary.
You're here.
Roland! You asshole!
Roland, you asshole.
Time.
Hi.
We're all safe, Roland. No, thank you for saving me.
Good. XP and money. Hello.
Wait. How did you think?
Oh, yeah. Give me all that. Alright, Bongle. Give me money. And XP.
Oh, now. Here. That's your cup. You should look for... That's... But I'll...
Thank you. Bex? Cookies? Oh, yeah. D-Y-E. Which one should I try first? White and Scarlet? Okay, this is as good as this is gonna look. This is actually, like, good. I'll take that. Cool. So, by the way, the Potent Robe, my cantrips deal additional damage equal to my Charisma modifier. If that sounds familiar, or sorry, my Charisma modifier is only 2. But still, that's not bad. And then It also gives me temporary hit points if I'm missing it, and plus armor class +1, yay. And if I wanted to just rely on damaging cantrips, then instead of Psychic Spark, I could turn on the Necklace of Elemental Augmentation, and then my cantrips would all be dealing, extra damage. I do think that the best robe for Gale in the first couple acts is Will. Is Will's robe that he gets for killing Karlach. Unfortunately, we're not able to access that thing, because that one gives armor class +1, and it gives fire resistance, and it gives a fire shield ability. I feel like you take that, you put it on... Oh my god, you put that on an Abjuration Wizard, all of a sudden you're dealing... you're dealing... Oh no, but I guess it competes with the Ice Bite robe. But if you take a point in... Yeah, you just take some class that gives Armor of Agathis. I'm sure there are ones that get Armor of Agathis at level 1. I think one of the Draconic Sorcerers gets it. So then you have both. And then you just do the full,
Hey!
The full... Abjuration bullshit.
Come here, darling. Me too.
This isn't the first time you've helped us.
For the experience,
Saved our
I
lives,
guess.
really.
Literally.
So...
Thanks for the cookies. And the XP. We're now 2,500 away from a level up. Sometimes it's nice to be honest. Sometimes it's nice to be honest. Dude, this is like... And the one thing we're missing, of course, is critical hit immunity, but anyway. Alright, that was a really good set, and I'm gonna go and see if Ellen is still awake and say hi to her, and I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Alright, thanks for waiting. Welcome back. Hello, hi, and stuff. Wait, I'm the one I'm welcoming myself back. Petipad? Petipad? I don't know. Thanks for the follow. Hi. Okay, let's get to work. The next thing that is gonna increase my spell damage is gonna be replacing the Ring of Protection with the Callous Glow Ring. So let's go ahead and try and make our way in toward... Also, how much money do I have now? 1723. Okay, yeah. Let's try and make our way toward... toward Balthazar. So, this is gonna be... What a session tonight has been. This is gonna be very goofy times, but I think this is gonna be worth it for sure.
If you're all right by Jaheira, you're all right by me.
Plus, I can sell this, this, and this, and this. Well, it's interesting again, in my opinion, DFR, just because I've spec'd out of the Abjuration. I think we can all agree, if I continued to play as Abjuration, and maybe I'll return to it in Act 3 or whatever, just to see how stupid broken it gets. But if I continued down that path, this would not be interesting. It would just be a lot of like me attacking enemies that didn't do anything in return, and then the game would end, and we would all just be looking at each other like, okay, what did we learn? And the answer would be, not much of anything. So, for that reason, we're going to be trying to do... some different stuff again. Which includes making ourselves vulnerable. Like, this Transmutation Wizard is, like... Yeah, I have 21 AC, but I'm about to run into an area where 21 AC doesn't mean shit. So, I'm gonna have to be a little bit more careful about, like, just killing things.
Take care.
Like, I have to kill things fast. Why is Abjuration so OP? Because the enemy AI breaks Ithilgor. Like, yeah, my damage mitigation is massive when I play that. And I can make it so that I basically take no damage, but enemies should at least be trying to break my Arcane Ward, and they don't. And also, like, they have other things that they could do. When my Abjuration Wizard was level, playing a level 6 Wizard with 8 Strength, at least try and push me, do something. So for those reasons, I think I'm very happy with my choice to make things interesting. And I'll be, even if I die, I'll be a lot happier with the result. Because I continue to push my own knowledge of the game. Alright, now we know what transmutation does up to this point. And we'll keep moving in that direction. But I'm really happy about this decision. A little bit of a shame that I have to keep making this Constitution Stone over and over, but whatever. Not a big deal. And then Shield of Thralls suddenly becomes relevant again, by the way. That's nice. That's very nice. What happened to Abjuration? It's too good. It's too good, and it literally broke the enemy AI to the point where enemies were just standing around waiting for me to kill them without doing anything in exchange.
I'll just make myself comfortable.
Not interesting. So we get it. It's strong. I don't need to... I don't need to keep using it for the moment.
Yeah. This place gives me the clue where that came from.
Plenty worse than you, yeah?
If you're all right by Jaheira, you're all right by me.
When I hit level 8, I need to get the Nair Misser.
Take care now.
Alright, let's go. Into the gauntlet. I want that callous glow ring.
Not a problem.
Sigils of some kind.
Oh, wait. Oh, that's... So transmutation stones you can literally change whenever the fuck you want. I didn't even realize. Look at the ritual spells. Featherfall, Enhanced Leap, Longstrider are all level 1 transmutation spells. They make this seem like it's difficult. No, it's literally... Does Longstrider stack with the stone? Well, let's find out. So, alright, so my current movement is 12 meters. Yeah, my current movement, it sure does. That's really good. That's good to know. That's quite nice, actually. Bet I didn't think of that. No, you're right. You're right, I didn't. My bad. Is there any character you wouldn't do Gauntlet of Shar with, or are the rewards just too good? No, there's no character I wouldn't do Gauntlet of Shar with. It's... There's absolutely no reason not to go in here. Dark Wizard, like, what? Why wouldn't I? Like, what possible reason? Is it even possible to complete the act without Gauntlet of Shar? I mean, as far as I know, you need to enter the Shadowfell one way or another. But maybe Dark Wiz is saying, like, you know, maybe you don't... you don't, like, do all the orbs or whatever. But I see no reason not to just...
There's two eyes open for the trap. This place is more dangerous than I thought.
I mean, Valkor, presumably, yes, though the way that Dark Wiz worded their question... Obviously, there's something that I don't know that they do. And hopefully they don't elaborate.
This will lead somewhere, I'll wager.
By the way, inspiration back. Didn't I kill Balthazar already? Not on this character. Loads of XP. You love it. Love to see it. Alright, let's roll in here. 44 hit points in a dream.
Shah's warriors must not be caught. Must not be tricked.
Nasty surprise. Caution is warranted here. No earthly voice.
Welcome, child.
Welcome,
Follow
child.
my voice. Shah speaks to us.
I have 0 temporary hit points. Oh, 10. Yeah, I was like, 0 doesn't seem right. A little bit of light never hurt anybody. Snowburst, not Snowburst ring. This ring will also light up enemies as well. Not that it matters so much, but it's still not too shabby. Alright, do I want to do this? I want to make everyone mad at me, for sure. But the question is, do I go for... Do I have shield? Oh, boy, yeah, no, I definitely need to still be casting shield. My god. Yep. Protection from evil and good would make it so that enemies would have a harder time hitting me. On the other hand, I could just haste myself and nuke enemies down faster. Maybe I go for that. I'll do something like mirror image, haste. Yeah. Okay. Hey. Alright, whatever. For some reason, Falar's Shriek is not...
You upset my plan.
Let's take a look at this. Falar's Shriek, why are we being like this? I know I can cast it. Hey, Elward. Do I have a favorite school? So I'm still learning about the wizards, and a lot of what we've done tonight is learning what the wizards get through level 6. Personally, the only wizard that I've finished the game with in a party was an evocation wizard. So we know what evocation wizards get from start to finish. Now I'm trying to learn what the other types get. So not sure exactly. And I don't think I can reliably answer that question, sorry to say. I know I'm not proficient with it, but I definitely should be able to use the weapon regardless. It's a little odd that I don't get to. Oh well. Alright, whatever. Let's make some enemies here. I'm gonna attack the reconstituted duelists so that they get angry. Yep. Here's one for you, you, and you, and you. There we go. And then I'll go and say hi to these friends. Well, thank you, yeah. That has been definitely eye-opening for sure. Well, I guess I don't need to be standing too close to them if I'm just going to be hitting them with magic missiles that don't do shriek damage. So, in that case, 1, 2, 3, and then I'll do another one on this one, 4, 5, 6. Giving each of them 6 stacks of radiating orb is going to make it very difficult for them to connect. And then, I mean, if I really want, I can go and smack this guy in the head. Okay, well, I missed, but whatever. And I'll just return to here or whatever. No problem. Yeah, sure, I'll backlash. Okay, I got crit. That was fast. Whatever. Go scare them. Oh my god, it worked. So the DC on the concentration saving throw was 10. I rolled an 8. Basically, I need to roll a 1 on the Constitution saving throw. Literally a 1 on the Constitution saving throw in order to fail that. Because of the transmutation stone. I love that. I love that a lot. Being able to maintain haste is it's very good. It's very good. Alright, I guess this one is my next target. Nightweaver. Okay. Hello. This would be a lot more impactful if I could do Shriek, but whatever, it's fine. One. Very nice.
My turn.
Bonk. Oh, there go all my mirror images. That was expected. But supposing I do have shield. This is a decent amount of enemies, I would say. Let's reposition. Spot that allows me to hit all 5 of these guys. No? Alright, whatever. I'll take 4. And it gives radiating orbs to all of them. I love. Kobe. Like that.
Good move.
Alright, make him come running in. 5 turns of haste remaining.
Allow me to demonstrate.
Yeah, go sacrifice yourself. It's not a big deal. Good morning, Viking. Hello. Oh my god, they can't even hit her. Dude, what is her armor class? It can't be that good. Her armor class is 13. How are they whiffing her? That's insane. What? What? Okay. Great. You know what? We take those. I mean, now with the radiating orbs, it's really gonna be missing. Ooh. Those all somehow missed. Something about the darkness there messed with the pathing. Whoops. What, does she have physical damage resistance on top of all that? Oh my god. Okay, well. So this is where I'm gonna need to start actually, because I'm out of spells, right? Except cantrips do a lot of damage again. Look at all that. Yeah, that felt nice. I should leave one casting of shield. So I actually shouldn't use my last magic missile. Let's finish this guy. Bye. What's my hit chance on you? Okay, that's very funny.
Look to Queen 6.
I missed. It caused reverberation. The enemy fell over prone. Game of the year. Game of the year. Incredible. So good. It's so good.
Dance macabre.
Oh, don't mind me, just casually critting. Critting and reverberating. Oh no, I got pushed. Oh, we're a menace to society. And yeah, I noticed that haste is about to run out. Oh, there's not really much I can do about that. I went lethargic. You're gonna have to come running back. Okay, that's very funny. And then they had to... Yeah. Okay. Well, look, I got bad news for you. That's still gonna connect. Very nice. The one thing about this build is that every fight precipitates a long rest, right? Like, that was all my spell slots, right? There's nothing about this. The Abjuration Wizard, I guess, does this a little bit better. Simply because, like, you can end up just using cantrips the entire time while the enemy just does nothing. But, like, as a non-Abjuration Wizard, I'm gonna have to long rest every single time we engage in any sort of fight. The good news is that I won that fight.
Quite the cozy setup you have here. I'll just make myself comfortable. Thank you so much.
What's this thing do? You gain 8 temporary hit points after casting a spell while in melee. I could sell the transmuter stone for no money. What's this least expected? While obscured in shadow, blah 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 blah. Yeah, that ain't me. No, I don't, Commander, because there are certain classes that get that, right? Warlocks get that. I don't think that everybody should get to have the same things. The game is fine, and of course, as Viking said, you know, you get to rest as often as you want, and with like 2 exceptions. There's like 2 cases where you actually need to wait around, or where you can't wait around, right? It's for Nier and Floric, I think. Like, there's a couple of instances where it's just like, okay, they make it very clear that if you don't do something within a certain amount of time, that it's gonna be over. But like, I mean, I've got a billion camp supplies. Let's use them.
If you're all right by Jaheira, you're all right by me.
Good. Sure. Peerless focus elixirs get even better. How does it work with Nier? With Nier, after you learn that Nier is gonna die or whatever, like once you like are in that quest, then you get 1 long rest, and he basically does this like telepathic thing with you with a parasite, and he goes, "Hey, dude, I'm gonna die to this like poison gas," and then if you continue to long rest after that, then he dies, and you find his corpse, which is fine because you'll get the tadpole or whatever. But like, it's, you know, you lose out on the XP of having killed him, so. Oh yeah, or like Orc is saying, yeah, Joaquin's Rest is another instance that I wouldn't even have considered. We're not finding any more white and scarlet red. Will the gnomes die too? I believe so, yeah, Barvik. Because I don't remember getting the gnomes in that playthrough at all. Means they must have disappeared somewhere along the line.
Take care.
I'm gonna keep looking for dyes, because obviously, like, some of the items that I'm wearing are in their final spots, but some of them aren't. These I mean, actually, most of the items for what I'm doing are actually exactly what they're supposed to be. There's 1 pair of boots that I might swap out for, and it's the one where the one that gives armor class. But like, Stormy Clamor is really good. Inflicting reverberation is nice.
Welcome back, true soul.
Yeah.
You've come in the spirit of trade.
Yeah. Spirit of trade. Yeah. Black and furnace red, still no white and scarlet. Yeah, punk. Evasive shoes, yeah.
Come back.
Alrighty. Gauntlet of Shar. I'm gonna level up by doing this, by the way. This is a very straightforward level up. As long as I execute it correctly, and I usually do. Yeah, all this equipment is fine. I have plenty of invis potions. I need to change a spell out here. Featherfall is unnecessary. Knock is in instead. The rest of these are completely fine. Yeah. Alright, we should be okay here. I guess the only other thing I could do is replace this. No, that one's Fireball's good. Replace this with Super Jump. Boing.
My creations are my pride and joy. I shall kill you for attacking them. I stink. Trespasser. Merkel's fat lapdog.
Open.
Might as well.
All right, Balthazar, you know what to do.
Let us make short work of this.
How did I lose the second run? Oh, you're asking how did I lose my second Gale? He died at the gates of the Druid Grove, level 2. I rolled in there with 8 Constitution, and the game was like, nah. Okay, so I am gonna go ahead and use Magic Missile on one of the reconstituted, any of these allies, like a Ghoul Medic, for example. And what this is gonna do is it's gonna make everybody hostile to me, and if everyone's hostile to me, then... By the way, Psychic Spark... The Psychic Spark Magic Missile is now not usable. For some reason, there's something wonky going on with the items that are... Like... Yeah, this one. Earlier it was Falar Melody that wasn't usable, so there is something a little bit wonky going on here, but that's fine. Does level 1 Magic Missile still do 4 missiles? It does, so at least that is active. How odd. Anyway, I'm gonna send 5 missiles at this Ghoul Medic, because I want them to go hostile for sure. There we go. And then I'm gonna go Invis, and I'm gonna go wait over here. They'll look for me over here, and then they're gonna run in, and we're just gonna witness a massive battle between Justiciars spawning out of portals and Balthazar's forces. Anything that dies, as long as it's marked hostile to me, I get the experience for it. So any of Balthazar's allies die, I get the XP for it. Any of the enemies die, I get the XP for it. And now we'll just see who wins. Typically, it's the Sharans. Hillock. Will 10 turns be enough? No. But I have 10 invisibility potions. So it's not, you know, a big a deal.
You shall live to
Words on stream during the auto battler? No. I need to pay more attention than that. One of them's finally going to look for me. Two of them are going to look for me. 3 of them are going to look for me. About time they noticed I was missing. Cloud kill's good, but he's gonna lose concentration on that if he stands where he is very much longer. Already they're starting to shoot him. Can't make concentration saving throws forever. He's not a transmuter wizard, ha 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 ha. Oh, this is bad for Balthazar. The big guy spawned and immediately ran for him. Wow. This could be over relatively quickly for him. If the big guy is standing on top of him already, that's not what he wants for sure. I know, it looks very tempting, Hillock. I, however, will not reveal myself until one side has won. It's just too unwise for a squishy little guy like me to reveal myself when there are literally 50 enemies on the initiative queue and more joining. How'd I draw Balthazar into this fight? I used knock on the door logic. I opened the door, ran in. He joined. That's a massive cloud kill. Hillock, Balthazar saw the same thing. He was like, oh yeah, let's do that. This is really funny. They keep moving in here to look for my for my last known location. So they're looking for the invisibility spot. It's my first try at a solo run with Gale. According to the title, this is my third. It is in fact my third, yeah. First one was a Necromancer. Died in Act 2. Second one died at the Druid Grove, level 2. The Necromancer was level, I want to say 8. How many successful solos? 2. 1 as Dark Urge is an Oathbreaker Paladin, level 12. 1 is Asterion, level 12 Beast. We don't talk about the second Gale run. I mean, it's really nothing to write home about. I had 8 Constitution and didn't defend myself properly and got punished appropriately. This time, I had 8 Constitution in the same spot, but I was an Abjuration Wizard instead. And I survived. Big difference. Looks like the portals have stopped. How wide is my monitor? Wide enough. I have 2. You guys are on this screen. Game's on this screen. Look like they're starting to come to a conclusion here. Flesh is under 50% health. Balthazar is under 50% health as well. The Justiciar Crusader has been running rampant. I don't even know where he is. Yeah, he's got full health. that Cloud Kill's still doing a lot of work. Now he did damage. Quite a bit of damage to the big guy. That Balthazar hasn't lost his concentration on Cloud Kill yet is pretty crazy. He gets like a couple casts of them, so maybe he had to use a second one. I wasn't paying attention. But, he got shot a lot. He had to roll a lot of successful con saving throws. Two turns remaining on Invis. Is he gonna reposition it? Big move. The big guy's healing in Balthazar's, the legendary thing that Balthazar makes that heals undead. The Crusader keeps healing in it. Lump is gonna fall. That's going to make things a lot trickier for them. Because they'll all be able to focus their fire on something not him. Big hit. Nice job, Balthazar. Good push. Flesh is down. The turn order is back onto a single page. Finally, someone goes to actually get to look for me. So they'll do their detect presence thing, and then they'll ignore that spot. Until I reveal myself again, I guess. His Cloud Kill's still active. Impressive, for sure. Looking pretty bad for our guy. Seems like as good a time as any to reveal ourselves to the world. Will I be able to make it to the door to shut it? No? Because he's about to die. I don't want the fight to reset. That's the thing. No, I'll let him do that. Dude, Balthazar's actually the coolest. His cloud kill is gonna outlast him. This man's gonna die still casting cloud kill. Incredible. What a guy. Alright, let them come. Let's see what we got. Bring in the angry justiciars. Oh, hey, guys. Well, it's mighty kind of you guys to all line up like that. It really is. And there's one remaining. Sayonara. Clean as it gets. How much XP for all that? Well, we needed a couple thousand before we started that fight. And we leveled up. So, somewhere in the 2,000 range. Level 4 spells available. Could do Minor Elemental. Yeah, we found a way to make the potent robe not look like crap, Varvik, which is nice. I'm happy about that. Yeah, Minor Elemental will be good. Let's put someone in front of us. The other benefit of starting to have summons in the game again is that I can start looking into doing the Expeditious Retreat thing. And using the arcane boots. Yeah, White and Scarlet. Yeah, there is an option for that again. Of course, if I switched back to Abjuration Wizard, then all of a sudden you've got this going. And then you can bait out attacks from both Fire Shield and... Oh my god. That would be so mean. As an Abjuration Wizard, this is ridiculously good. What are my other options? Phasmal Killer, but my spell save DC isn't exactly ridiculous. Stone Skin, I'm concentrating on other stuff. Where'd I get so many bombs? Quartermaster Tali, Dareth, Cyrell. Tali is the main one. Tali sells multiple bombs at a time. But Dareth and Cyrell in Act 1 are very good for that. And then there's also Ice Storm, I guess. Honestly, Crypto, I'm not sure. It's the concentration of it is tough. It's tough. Like, you'd want to be concentrating on something else, I feel. And maybe an Abjuration Wizard would be able to get away with it. Especially if you have an Abjuration Wizard with high Constitution. You make it so that you have an Abjuration Wizard that can actually use Stone Skin. That way you don't have to use Blade Ward. And then run around and do stuff. I think that might be... That might be something. Vezix, I don't know what you're talking about. I literally throw bombs that I buy from Tali all the time. Ice Storm's pretty good. Let's grab that. It doesn't really matter since I'm considering... Oh, hang on. Oh, did I not learn this again? But that uses concentration too. It's just, yeah, the Arcane Charge thing, I'd really like to make the Arcane Charge thing work a little bit better, and maybe as an Evocation Wizard, that'd be the way to do it. So this would be like if I really wanted to lean into the spell damage. Right now I'm still doing like reverberation stuff. Which would mean I'd want to keep the boots. On the other hand, if I don't want to do reverberation anymore at all, if I just leave reverberation out of the equation entirely, and then I go for Expeditious Retreat, that'd be different. I think this'll be more important when I get to Act 3. If I want to try doing anything like that, when I get to Act 3, if I were playing as an Evocation Wizard and adding my Int modifier, then the Arcane Charge would be better. Because then you'd be adding +2, plus your Int modifier for spells. So you could make Magic Missile really, really, really strong doing it that way and not necessarily have to worry about reverberation. But I feel like in the meantime, I either take Wall of Fire or I take Ice Storm. I guess it's just going to be this. Oh, right. And because my character has 8 int before... like I'm wearing the helmet, the arcane, you know. I'll be able to actually use these. It's just that it's gonna force me to do this every time. I'm pretty sure I'm not missing any spells today. Okay, let's finish looting the room because I do need to get going. Part of the reason I came here was to be able to get cool stuff from this room. Part of it was so I could loot Balthazar, so I could sell his crap.
On it.
Does Gale get an inspiration for reading that? No? Okay. I feel like I just need to read every book that a unique character is carrying because Gale might get an inspiration for it. That just feels all but mandatory. Alright. Let's pop open this door, grab our prize. There it is. Nicalis Glow Ring. This will add additional radiant damage against creatures that are illuminated. It doesn't say here that it's radiant, but that's what it is. This will be really useful as soon as we leave the Gauntlet of Shar. Until then, anything that we're attacking in here, if it's a Dark Justiciar, is going to have Radiant Retort, and so this would get me killed. But after that, then we can add radiant damage on top of the, thunder and lightning damage that we're already sending out when we do, like, magic missile and stuff. But this is really good. I believe that we've hit a really good stopping point for this evening. Tomorrow I can start showing some of the stuff that's also available. We'll continue in the Gauntlet tomorrow, but the gist of it is
spell for this sort of thing.
This altar I can use to get necrotic resistance, just every long rest. There's an enemy in here, and then there's the rest of the stuff in the Gauntlet. That I'll be happy to do all of that stuff, and we'll continue gaining experience. But now we have positioned ourselves pretty well, even without the benefits of, oh nice, battle mage power, this is good. Even without the benefits of just being the unkillable abjuration wizard, we have something that is going to move us forward without being as I don't know, boring. My next stream is not going to be tomorrow night, by the way. My next stream is probably going to be on Wednesday evening Pacific time. Tomorrow night I am spoken for. So thank you guys for watching tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I am going to get going. Enjoy the first half of your week. I'll see you guys Wednesday Pacific time. And we'll continue playing as Gale then. Until then, take care of yourselves. Bye. I'll look for somebody to raid.